Well, howdy, I am Jared Muir. I am the 4-H agent here in Brazos County, and today we're going to talk to y'all today about record books for juniors. I've got a slideshow here. We're going to go through it and talk to y'all for everybody who missed trainings and might need a little assistance along the way as you're preparing your record books for submission on June 1st. Just a couple brief things before we get started. Remember, as you're putting these together, they're being judged on content, not the format. There's multiple ways to put these record books together, and so it's not judged on your format. It's judged on what the content that's in it, what your kids have done throughout their 4-H year. Just a brief one here. 4-H Reports Online is no longer available. All the forms here are in Word version, and I'll show y'all where to get all these forms to download them off the state 4-H website here in a little bit. If you did a record book last year, there's no big changes from last year to this year. They're all relatively the same. If you submitted a book for judging book submitted for judging in 2017/2018 will be prepared using the Word document files. You'll download it and fill them in, print them off, put them in the green book that we have here available at the office, and you're good to go. 3 categories, again, they're juniors ages 3 through 5, intermediates are grades 6 through 8, and seniors are grades 9 through 12. We're going to focus on the junior category here. Make sure you're using the age-appropriate form, and they are progressive in nature, and they build on one another from year to year. Just a couple more things. Record books are to be printed and turned in a hard copy for judging. Reference to the record book objectives and report is not required. Photo captions are not required, but you can still do them. Sometimes it does help, especially on the juniors, to help tell your story. Resumes for seniors are no longer required. Clarification for reporting of learning experiences. Activities that occur in non-4-H settings, such as other community or youth organizations or self-directed projects, may be reported in the junior diary, intermediate personal journal, or senior section 1 as learning experiences. Competitive events outside of 4-H are to be reported as non-4-H. For an example there, if you're showing livestock at jackpot shows, those aren't 4-H related events, but if you're showing at a major livestock show, county livestock show, anything like that, those are 4-H related events. Your report forms. Let's jump right in. Juniors submit your current year only. Intermediates, they'll submit their current year plus your past year. Both are evaluated to show growth. Seniors, submit your current year and your 3 previous years, and all of these are evaluated for growth when on the scoring process. Just a couple more notes before we jump in. Livestock judging can be reported as a standalone 4-H project. Other judging contest activities such as horse soils, meets, CDM, any of those are reported within the 4-H project it supports. Whereas horse judging directly supports the horse project, livestock judging involves multiple species, therefore it is to be reported as livestock judging. 4-H members earning the first place recognition, this is more for your seniors, are allowed to enter the same category again. The way we do it here is all first place winners in all age divisions qualify to advance to the district contest. For juniors and intermediates, the district contest is as far as they can advance. Seniors, this next paragraph pertains to y'all. If you're one of the winners at the district level, you advance to the state contest, and if you're fortunate enough to receive first place in your category of one of the 29 categories, you're invited to participate in the Texas 4-H Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C., held annually during Thanksgiving holidays. This trip is partially sponsored, but the members are responsible for registration fees. The average fees are $1,500 to $2,000. And if you can participate in the fundraisers at the county level, then you're eligible for some support from the Adult Leaders Association. You just must go in front of them and ask for that support, and they're happy to help you attend this trip. The different record book categories. There are 29 record book categories available. 4-H members may enter a category even after winning first place at the state level. But your record book category must fit one of these 29 categories listed on this chart. And also on the state 4-H website under the record books section, there is another handout that has all of these in a brief statement about what qualifies to go under the goat category or the beef category or the natural resources category. So if you're wondering if the project you're focused on fits under certain ones, go to the state 4-H website, search record books, and there is some record book guidelines there that and talks about the record book categories, and that's where you can find the detailed information regarding those. As we get started into the record book forms themselves, these 3 forms here are to be the first 3 pages of your record book. And in this order, it needs to be your record book judging form. This can be found on the County 4-H, our Brazos County 4-H website. This is just to say, yes, I want my record book judged, or no, I do not want my record book judged. Fill that out and sign it. Your next page is going to be your record book check sheet. This can be found on the state 4-H website as well under the record book section. Fill that out with what record book category you're participating in. We're Brazos County and we're District 9. The third page is going to be your personal information page. Again, found on the Texas 4-H website under the record books category section. Print this out, download this, fill it out, what record book category, name of your 4-H club, number of members in your club. If you don't know that, get with your club manager, get with me here at the extension office. We'd be happy to help you find those numbers. Sign it, have your parents sign it, and then we'll sign them before they go to the district contest. Again, the order for these is going to be your county record book judging form, your record book check sheet, and your personal information page. Let's jump right in here. Junior record books, again, they focus on one main project for this current 4-H year only. Your other project areas, if you do more than one, they can be included in your diary, your story, and in your photos. The documents that are required, your personal information page, the documents we just talked about on the previous slide, as well as your junior report forms, and you can have up to 3 additional pages of photos after your report form. For judging purposes, it's turn in the required documents within the current year's information only. The judges will only be focused on the one main project for this current year only. There's nothing else they'll look at, just this current year, so take everything else out if you've done record books before. Your report forms, we'll go over these in detail, but just kind of a brief overview. They're going to include your 4-H goals, diary of 4-H events, and then your 4-H story. Okay. And then your junior story, this is part of your report form, and then at the back of it you can include up to 3 additional pages of photos, and if you choose to put captions there, you can, but they are not required. Alright, this is what the forms look like. Again, these forms can be found on the Texas 4-H website. Search record books, and then there'll be a record book section there, and you'll scroll down to the junior section, junior report forms, and they have a Word or a PDF version. Download it and fill these out. So let's talk about them right off. It says my main 4-H project is, and you'd put beef, swine, goat, sheep, whatever record book category you're doing yours in, you put that in right there. I chose this project because, and focus on the project that you put in as your main project. I chose the beef project because, and go from there. And we talk about your 4-H goals. Before you begin your project, you're supposed to complete this section. List 3 things you want to learn in your 4-H project this year. Fill those out for this project for this year only. What do you want to accomplish this 4-H year? Again, this project this year only. And what new activities or projects do you want to try this year? Again, for what your main project is for this year only. The next page is going to be your diary of 4-H events. Okay. Complete this section at the conclusion of each activity. Again, it's going to include what did you do, when did you do it, what did you learn, and just meet one of your goals. So this when did you do it will just be a date, and this one here just be a yes or no. Okay, this is for all of your 4-H projects, not just the main. This can encompass if you do multiple projects. You can include all your 4-H projects for the current year only. Summarize as much as possible. There's no page limit, and you can duplicate as needed. Okay. The My 4-H story. This is where you can talk about all of your projects, all the years you've completed, you participated in them. So if you're a third-year junior, you can talk about your 2 previous years right here in your story. If you do multiple projects, beef, clothing and textiles, food and nutrition, and photography, you can talk about all of those as well. Use complete sentences. You can expand these cells as needed. So first one was tell us something about you and your family that you want to share. Okay, I joined 4-H because. Use complete sentences. Some things I did in my club, project, or group this year. My favorite parts of 4-H were. Some things I'd like to do better or improve upon for next year. And tell us anything else you'd like to share about 4-H. Okay, again, use complete sentences. These can encompass all projects for all the years you participated in 4-H. Okay. We talk about our awards and leadership. Tell us how many awards you received this year. You might not have done any of them. You can use all projects that you've done, but only focus on this year, this 4-H year, but you can talk about all the projects. Use complete sentences. Tell us about something you did to help somebody else, your community service. All your projects, but focus on this year. And then for your leadership activities, same thing. All projects, but this year only. Okay? And then after that, you can include 3 additional pages of photos, okay? Just a little bit transitioning between ages, between ages and judging. Each year member will add to their report forms and other required documents on top of the old report forms. Update every year. You'll update your personal information page. Juniors, we're only going to be looking at the report form from this year. Intermediate, you can put the 2 this year plus the previous year. Seniors, you can put your 4 most current years. News story and photo portfolio for seniors and intermediates will be completed every year. Kind of a little bit about how these record books are judged/graded. A rubric/chart format to allow judges to check the box that best describes their assessment of each section of the book. It allows for written comments next to each section. Members should be able to tell what areas need improvement on based on check marks and comments. The personal information page will not be scored. This is what the record book score sheet is going to look like. Again, this is also found on the State 4-H website under the record book section. You will need to print off 3 of these and fill out your name, the county, our district, circle what age group you're in, and the record book category you're participating in, and take 3 of those and paper clip those to the inside front cover of the green record book folders that you get here at our office when you turn your record book in. That way these are printed out ready to go for the judges when we trade with the other counties to have them judged. And then you will get those back from the judges, and you can make corrections to your record book if you advance to district. If you do not advance to district, you can, at the awards banquet in August, you will pick up your record books and you can make improvements for the following year. Again, all forms can be found at these websites. Here's the link to the county judging form, and then your report form, score sheets, personal information page, all that can be found at the Texas 4-H website at these links right here, and that'll get you to where you need to go. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us here at our extension office, 979-823-0129, or here's my email. You can email me with any questions. Remember, all record books are due to the county extension office by June 1st. Thanks.